Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about the Micromuff Skinny. So I've noticed in a couple of my videos recently, particularly when I'm vlogging and I'm out and about, that I'm getting hit pretty hard with wind noise, and it's really affecting the audio quality of some of my videos when I'm outside. Now I'm not really in a position to do an awful lot about that because the camera I'm using at the moment is the Canon G7X Mark I, and the only microphone on this camera is right here along the top. There's no microphone import, so it's not like I can attach a Rode mic to it the way I would be with, say, a mirrorless or a DSLR camera. But the Micromuff Skinny is hopefully going to help me with my audio issues. So let's have a quick look at this thing and see what it's like out of the box. Okay, so first up, it comes in this cardboard and plastic packaging, so just open that up now. And we just get this little cardboard box. It's very, very small. Inside, we basically just get the Micromuff itself and what look like two Velcro stickers that stick onto the top of the camera. And this here is the actual Micromuff Skinny itself. Also in the box you get these instructions, and they actually say that this is for use with the Canon G7X and other compact cameras, and you get this nice little sticker from Micromuff as well. So the way this works basically is just that this attaches right onto the top of the camera here. Now it's a little big, so the first thing that I'll say about it is it appears that it might cover slightly the on-off button and also this here where the flash comes out. Now, I never use this, so it's not a big deal, but I might just have to cut this so that it doesn't cover too much. Another thing that I think will be good about this Micromuff Skinny is that I've found sometimes when I'm filming with this camera that when you're holding it, sometimes if you're not paying attention to how you're holding it, you might cover some of these holes here for the microphone and the audio pickups, and then when that happens your audio is completely unusable. So at least when I have the Micromuff on top, I will know definitely not to cover this at all. What's also really good is you get two of these Velcro stickers to stick onto the camera, which is great. It means that if you change your camera, you have a second one, so that you don't need to necessarily go out and buy a brand new Micromuff. Or also, if you're like me and you need to cut this at all and you make a mess of it, you get a second chance with this one. Okay, so I think I know where I want to cut this now, so I'm just going to jump into that. So that is very narrow across the top. I hope I haven't cut too much off, but I think it'll be fine. So I have cut that to the perfect size to fit the camera, not obstruct the flash, but still keep all the holes covered for the microphone. So I'm really happy with that now. So the next step is to stick this onto the camera. And this again is something that I don't really want to make a mess of. Okay, so it looks pretty straightforward. You just peel this backing sticker off and you stick this onto the top of the camera. The instructions say that you need to stick it down firmly at the edges and then leave it stuck to the camera for 30 minutes before you attach the Micromuff to it. Okay, so that appears to be pretty well stuck now. I just need to check, does my flash still open? Flash works perfectly still, and the camera turns on as normal. So I'm just going to leave this for 30 minutes now before I put the Micromuff on, and then once the Micromuff is on, I will be able to do a proper comparison to see how good the audio is with and without the Micromuff. And it is time to stick the Micromuff Skinny onto the top of my camera. So this really just sticks on like so, and it seems to stick on pretty well. I can kind of half lift the camera up with this on it. I think it's a terrible idea to try and do that, so I'm not actually going to do it, but it seems to be sticking on pretty well. And it peels off really easily too. So that is how the Micromuff Skinny goes onto your camera, and that is what it looks like on your camera. And the only thing really left for me to do now is to test this out and see what it is like. Okay, so I'm still in my apartment right now and I'm just walking around with the camera handheld. This is how I vlog a lot of the time, and the Micromuff Mini is not on the camera right now. So this is kind of the audio quality that I would get on a video in general, and all my videos so far have had this kind of quality. This is now what the audio is like indoors with the Micromuff Skinny on the camera. I don't imagine that it's too dissimilar to what you'd normally get, because there isn't a huge amount of background noise in the apartment that would really kind of impact the audio too badly. I've come down to somewhere that I know is generally pretty windy. Hopefully there is some kind of wind noise being picked up by the camera right now. So yeah, like it's kind of actually, it's much breezier now than it has been since I came out this evening, and I'm really quickly just going to... And now the Micromuff is back on and the wind is still blowing a bit. It's definitely picked up in the last like 2 or 3 minutes. With the Micromuff on now, I'm hoping that there's an improvement in the audio quality and that you can still hear me, but you're not distracted by the noise of the wind. But this is what the audio should sound like with the Micromuff on the camera. Okay, so I'm obviously driving now. I'm losing the light pretty fast, it's getting kind of dark. So I hope you can see me okay. The Micromuff Skinny is not on the camera right now. This is the audio quality that I would have had in every other vlog where I'm driving. So yeah, this is kind of what we would get normally. And now I'm just going to pull over really quickly and stick the Micromuff on top of the camera. So now I've got the Micromuff Skinny on the camera. So with any luck, the audio quality is better than what you heard a second ago. I do imagine that this isn't too dissimilar to what it was like with it off, but it is primarily for when I'm out and about. The wind noise is the thing that's eliminated. And I'm back. Okay, so I've done a few tests now of the camera with the Micromuff on and off, and I've looked back at the footage, and what I think I've found is, like, in a controlled environment like this, when I'm in the apartment, I can't really tell a huge difference in the audio quality when the Micromuff is on the camera or when I take it off. It was the same when I was in the car. When I was driving around, I couldn't hear a big difference in the audio quality when I had the Micromuff on or off the camera either. But one thing that I will say is straight away, when I was just outside and I was outdoors, I noticed a massive difference in the quality of the audio. When I had the Micromuff off the camera, you could hear me fine, but there was wind noise. And then as soon as I put the Micromuff on the camera, what I noticed was the wind noise was like severely reduced, but you could still hear me. Like, it kind of made my voice clearer when I spoke to the camera. So that was great. Like, that was a massive improvement. I also kind of felt like the audio quality when I was outdoors, it had a slightly more professional feel to it. It sounds like it's a more professional microphone, kind of like I've mounted a microphone onto the camera. So that's brilliant. So definitely I'll be sticking with the Micromuff in my videos in the future. One other observation that I made, when I vlog, I tend to hold the camera like this, and if I just turn this on, you can see straight away here, the Micromuff covers the screen. So when I'm framing my shots, it's kind of in the way. It's a bit of a distraction. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, I can still see what I'm pointing at when I'm filming. I can still see myself. I can still frame the shot. But it is a little bit annoying to have, I'd say, nearly a third of your screen covered by the Micromuff. And it's something that I'm just gonna have to get used to. The other thing that's slightly annoying about the Micromuff, it does cover your power button a little bit when you have it on. So it can make just like finding that power button a little bit difficult if you're in a hurry to switch the camera on to get a quick shot. On the whole, I'm really happy with the Micromuff. As I say, the only big drawback to it so far is that it takes up a little bit of that screen when I'm vlogging. But outside of that, I'm really hoping that it improves the quality of the audio in my videos. So I'm gonna leave this video here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, I hope you give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.